Hello everyone! Now, I haven't yet logged into my chat. I am here, hello. Right, where are we? This is also very, very exciting. Here we are, we're live, awesome! I'm not going to sing, I promise. Hello everybody! I know that there's actually nobody yet online, but I'm sure there will be. Because I'm logging in 5 minutes early, and so I thought I'd give everyone a chance to log in and say hi. So today, what we're going to do today, this is very, very exciting. I'm going to be doing a couple of magic tricks, one in particular that I've invented myself, and then I'm going to be giving it away. Laura Trigger's online, hello, that's the missus. Hi. Two watching now. I guess I'm probably one of them. I don't know. I get a wave. Hello. Now, I've also got a running list, so I am going to explain some of the stuff that's going to be going on. So today we are going to be doing an intro, which I'll do at 6 o'clock, just in case some people are missing this, because I know that there are... Lee Trigger! Hey, Lee Trigger! He's my brother. Just in case there are some people that are a little bit late to the party, we're going to be explaining what's been going on a bit later on as it goes on. But I'm going to be doing the intro at 6 just to make sure that there's everyone here, hopefully. So I'm going to be explaining my t-shirt, this thing. Just wait, this is exciting. I'm going to be explaining that it was my birthday. Those two people who are currently online already know that. This is going to be a bit of a party for my birthday as well. So I've got a few cool things that I'm going to show you. This is a magic unboxing, so you guys are going to see what I've got for my birthday, which is fun. I'm also going to explain the webcam, which hopefully, I mean, it hasn't actually arrived yet. It's due to arrive today. Chivalrous Tubes online, hello. So yeah, the webcam is due to arrive probably during this live stream, which might be a bit embarrassing, so I might have to scream up to my wife and ask her to answer the door, so that'll be fun. I'm then going to be opening my first gift slowly, because this is a bit of a striptease. It's going to be fun. I want you guys to get involved with this as well. I really want you to go open it live. I will. What, the webcam you mean? I will open that one live as long as it arrives. That'd be cool. So yeah, I've got these things all set out. I've got my skizzers. That's not how you pronounce it. That's how you spell it. So yeah, I'm going to be opening at least 2 boxes, possibly 3, depending on whether or not they come on time. And then I'm going to be creating a cocktail. Now, I made this cocktail myself. I invented it. And so I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it, which it should be fun. Has anyone noticed I'm teetering on the edge of 1,700 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to be examining... I almost said it. We're going to be examining what is in the first box. And I'll also then explain what's going to be happening tomorrow. So tomorrow there's going to be a bit of a video as well, which is then going to set up the next live stream. And you'll see what I mean a bit later on. I did try to work out a way of stirring this stuff by magic, and unfortunately I don't actually have the stuff to do that. So I did look for it, and I do have this contraption here, which you may recognise from a previous video, and if not, I'm going to link it up there. I think it's up there. Yeah, up there. It will be up there in when this goes... I mean, it's kind of live now, but when it's like a recorded video, because it will record it and then it'll upload it, and then it'll give me the chance to add cards and all that sort of stuff. So provided I can do that, then I'll put the link up there. So if you haven't watched that video already, then do it, and maybe I'll send over the link a bit later on. But it's really cool. It basically creates like a whirlpool inside the drink, and it does it automatically just by tapping a wand. Where did I put that wand? Chivalrous Tube, remember? I think I put it down here. A magic wand that I made, and I'll explain a bit more about that a bit later on. And if anyone wants me to explain how I made it on the channel, then I can do that too. Scott Main Reed is here. Hello, mate. And Paulina Latch. Hello. So I was just explaining the sorts of things that I'm going to be doing on this live video. And then we're going to, I've got my running list here. So then we're going to open box 2, and it's over there. I'm not even going to show you the shape of it yet, but it's very exciting. And then we're going to make the cocktail. So, and I'm also going to be doing a quick magic trick just before showing, just before thanking everybody. That's very enigmatic. I like that. So I've got one iPad here. This is my absolute baby. I love this thing. I got this for my 40th. So thanks, babes. And mum. Lynn Kirby's here. Hello. Cool. So we've got quite a few people, and it is now 6 o'clock. So hello and welcome back to Real World Magic Live. My name's Neil Trigger. I'm going to be your magical host, and today we're doing a magic unboxing. Ooh, how exciting. Back to the running list. So I don't know whether Andy Kerslake is on yet or whether he's going to be. I don't know whether anyone's told him. But he actually gave me this t-shirt, so it's really cool. Ooh. Okay. So so he actually gave me this t-shirt, and it says untap, upkeep, draw. Sorry, there's an ampersand at the end of each one. Untap and upkeep and draw and misplay and scoop and cry. Now, if you don't know what that means, it's a reference to Magic the Gathering, which I did a video on in a previous video on the channel. So if you don't know what Magic the Gathering is, or you want to find out a bit more, I'm very, very much a newbie, and I didn't even understand all of this sort of stuff. I do also have a notepad that's got all the right stuff to remind you how to play, but this is a bit of a joke. So yeah, that's it. And it also matches my shorts, so that's cool. I'm wearing shorts today because it's very, very warm. So don't judge me. I'm also sweaty. But that's because of the studio lights. I'm getting new lights at some point fairly soon, so that'll be cool. Okay, so on with the show, I guess. I'm really excited because I haven't opened any of my presents, well, these presents yet. I've opened the iPad. I couldn't resist that. That's lovely. So, the first one. Damn, I've dropped my magic wand and it's hiding now. So, I bought it from Amazon. And I'll see if I can, in the sort of show notes afterwards, I'm going to see if I can put a link out to some sort of link that you guys can see. And I'm trying not to reveal my address because as much as I love you, I don't want you turning up at my doorstep. Right, let me do this. So it comes in a box. You'll see in a minute why. Rasath, hello again. You'll see in a minute. This box is far, far too big for what's inside. And I just hope this isn't anything embarrassing. I'm fairly sure I know what this is. In fact, no, it was the only thing that arrived that day, so it should be okay. It should be fine. Just need to make sure I don't knock the microphone. So, has anyone noticed that with Amazon, sometimes the boxes are far too big? Has anyone seen that? You're here! Yes, I know. Real or what? I don't understand what that means. Okay. God. Need to get some leverage on this baby. Okay. It doesn't kind of look like I was expecting it to, actually. Inside here... Right, I'm going to stop there. Anyone know what this is? And Chivalrous Tube, I know you already know, so you're not allowed to answer. Hey Lisa, hi! How you doing? Right, so this is the item, and it is fragile. So what do you think it is? I mean, you should be able to tell from the shape of it roughly what it is. Scott says it's a wand. Well, Scott is correct. You could have taken all the credit there and just said, I think Yes, but Scott, you're right. And this is actually from the Noble Collection. It is a Noble Collection wand, and they all apparently, so I've read, the Noble Collection wands all come with this little booklet. Yay! I know, cool. Hope all is well. Yes, it is. It's awesome. Thank you very much. I'm just doing a unboxing at the moment because I got this sort of stuff for my birthday. It was my 40th on Monday, and I've had to have a lot of restraint not to open this early. So. Noble Collection makes high quality stuff. I like them. Yeah, so do I. I think. No, I didn't actually, but I've got a replica chocolate frog, which is not made of chocolate, which is probably for the best because otherwise it would rot, and I want to keep it forever. But yeah, this is Noble Collection's wand for. Actually, has anyone seen that? Who do you think it might be? Of course, if you were quick, you may have read it. Who do you think it's for? Let's do a quiz, shall we? No one's going to put their hand up. Water is beverage of choice today. Until the cocktail. Yay! Okay, no one's going to answer? Alright, fair enough. Well, it is Newt Scamander. Does it say it that side? Yeah, it says it on both sides, so that's quite cool. So let's do this. Oh, yes! The best thing I like about Noble Collection wands is that they come in this gorgeous sort of gossamer that you don't normally get with other ones that just come in slightly plasticky. So it comes like this with two gossamer strands on either side, and it's got like a squashy cushion, which is really quite nice in comparison to the plasticky sort of what they call it, vacuum forming of other ones. Ooh, now that's nice. So this is Newt Scamander's wand. It's kind of long and swishy, and it's also got teeth marks. I don't know whether you can see that on the camera, but there are sort of marks, almost like claw or teeth marks all along here, presumably where Newt's kind of kept it in his teeth. You'll see that. How much did it cost? I think this was £32. But what's quite nice about it is it's got this like mother of pearl insert thing there. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I don't quite know what this is supposed to be. I'm guessing the rest is supposed to be wood, typical wand wood according to Harry Potter lore. But I don't quite know what this is supposed to be. Trust me though, if you like this wand, you're going to love what's in box number 2. So hold on a second because this is cool. No, can't see well in 720. You can do a close-up. Okay, well, I'll try. Unfortunately, the light's kind of slightly wrong on that, but hopefully you can see that. So mother of pearl insert in there, which is quite nice. It looks a little bit silvery, to be honest. Yeah, it's not terribly well done. I have seen better ones done in there, but that's not too bad. Akib Hussain, hello! I've not seen you guys before, or you guy in particular before, but hello and welcome to my channel. This is Real World Magic, where we make your life more magical, and we're just doing an unboxing of a magic wand right now. This is from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Either way, it's a Fantastic Beasts franchise. So this isn't strictly speaking a Harry Potter one, but it is a Wizarding World one. This was £32 from Noble Collection, and I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I don't get anything from it, but I might put an affiliate link so that if you do decide to buy one, buy it through my link and I might get a bit of a kickback, you never know. It won't cost you anything extra though. Monday was my birthday. I think I've already said that. I'm trying to stick to this list, but I just kind of keep on rabbiting and just want to go, oh, I want to open all my presents. Today will be a bit of a party. So I've got some beverage, some ginger beer beverages, things like that. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff under here that I'll be revealing as we go. Thanks for sharing all the helpful videos. Hey, no worries. I'm glad you like them. I'm actually coming up to 90 videos now, so that was quite exciting. When I saw that, I thought, oh, I'm coming up to 100, which is great. So this is going to be my birthday party, I guess, all on my own, but with you guys, so it's really nice. This is Newt Scamanders 1 that I've just opened live, and you can go back and watch it again if you really enjoyed it. So I really like that. That's going to take pride of place on my wand stand, which I'm going to be showing in another video, and I'm also going to be painting my wand stand as well, and then sort of coating it with stuff. I don't know what they call it, matte varnish, to make sure it doesn't stick to the wands and all of that sort of stuff. So that should be quite good. And in the meantime, I guess I'll just display it like that. I don't know. One of the good things and one of the bad things about Noble Collection is that it comes with this sort of squashy cushion, which then means that you can't really display it terribly well without just being really, really gentle. So hopefully that will do the job. And then I'll leave that there. Can you guys see that all right? Hopefully. So yeah, that's cool. Now, what I did want to do, and I kind of, I should probably explain this as well. This is the Noble Collection booklet, and it comes with a whole load of stuff that you can buy. Hi John Joe, hello mate. John Joe's Fast Facts, excellent channel, and and I've now got more subscribers than him. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. That's really mean, and I've already rubbed his nose in it. So, hello mate, I'm only kidding, honestly. It comes up with all of these awesome things that you can buy. It's basically a way of Noble Collection showing off and asking for more money, but in a really elegant and sophisticated way. So yeah, Newt Scamanders wand, in case you've just joined. Where are you from, you mean? I'm from Bristol in the UK, I guess. You have 2 channels and the other one has 700. Okay, so I've got to get 700. Challenge accepted. See you next week. Oh, that's so bloody arrogant. I'm only kidding. Right, well that's a delivery live on my channel, and my wife's now coming downstairs to go and get my webcam. So actually, that's quite well timed, because the next thing on my list here, and I do have a running list, I can't turn it round unfortunately, because it's kind of stuck there. But the next thing on my list is to reveal the webcam. So that's quite well timed. All right, fair enough, John Joe. Fair enough, mate. Thank you very much. You're off camera, don't panic. Oh, that's really good delivery. Was that from Hermes? It's broken, typical. And it says webcam on it. So I guess they decided that they didn't want a webcam. Well done. At least they didn't throw it over the fence today, because normally they do, which is fantastic. Well done, Hermes. I don't know whether this was Hermes, in fairness. I mean, they knocked, so probably not. Hermes just tends to throw stuff, like security cameras, you know, delicate stuff. Because why don't you throw delicate stuff over a 7-foot wall? Especially something that needs lens alignment like a security camera. Well done then. Okay, so this is a webcam. Now the reason that I'm doing a webcam, and I'll just chuck that over there. The reason that I've got a webcam is because Real World Magic Live at the moment is currently coming from my living room, and it's taking up a lot of space. It renders the whole room completely obsolete, and the other 2 rooms on that side that you've got to go through the living room to get to, the kitchen and the downstairs loo, you're not then able to use, which is a bit rubbish. Does magic come from wands or body? Oh, very good question. In theory, if you use a magic wand and you believe that they actually work, then the magic is harnessed from the wizard and then channeled through the wand into the tip, and it's used to just direct energy. This one, the magic definitely comes from the wand, and I'll explain that in a second. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm just going to be talking about the webcam for a second. This webcam here is going to be linked up to my computer, and the reason being is because Real World Magic Live at the moment is from my living room, and I want it really, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll have known that it's normally delivered from a dungeon. I'm just going to take off my watch because that's really irritating. So normally I deliver my videos from the dungeon, and I wanted to kind of keep that whole vibe going. At least you have live proof it's broken. Yeah, right. Both. I'm not sure. No, it's not from both. It's very much from the wizard itself, and even in Harry Potter lore, it's exactly the same. So traditionally, the magic would come from the individual, and then it would be used via a wand to direct it. Now, wands typically wouldn't look like this. They would normally look like often crystals and crystal tips on the end of these wands. But wand wood is definitely a thing in history. Elder in particular was known as being quite powerfully magical. So with regard to the webcam, the reason I'm doing this is because I can then link it up with my computer. I can then use my green screen, and then I can do the delivery from the dungeon in a similar way to any other normal video. Because some of these videos, in particular the ones that I'm making at the moment, ironically, take a huge amount of editing and a lot of compositing and rendering, and all of that sort of stuff takes a load of time. What about Muggleborn? Does the magic come from their bodies? Yes. Muggleborns, in a similar way to wizards, effectively Muggleborns are wizards, but they're just Muggleborn wizards. And so the magic still comes from within them. So this webcam I'm going to be using in conjunction with my computer, and I'm going to be using something called OBS Studio, which will automatically and dynamically drop out the background, the green screen background, and put my dungeon in there. So it'll have the bubbling, smoking cauldron in the background. It'll have the logo up in which side? That side. And yeah, it should be good, I think. So that will then clip on top of my monitors, and jobs are good 'un. So I'll be doing more Real World Magic live, and it will not take up so much time or energy or space or annoy my family. So that's a good thing. So I'm not going to look into this too much at the moment. It's a webcam. You know what webcams do. You know, entertain dirty old men often. So, right. Does that mean I'm a dirty old man? Yeah, probably. Oh well. Right, so what are we doing next? So we've opened the webcam. Oh, open box one, and I did. So, does anyone have any questions? I know there has been quite a lot on this chat. If a person doesn't have a wand, can they do magic? Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, and I know this is not quite the same, but I showed this one earlier. So you can take a purse like this, completely empty. And then give it a flick. I mean, you could wave a magic wand over it, but frankly it doesn't do anything. And then you can drop a coin out. That was really badly done. Hopefully you didn't see how I did that. Don't forget to like the live stream if you haven't already. Yeah, please do that. That sort of thing helps YouTube to know that it's a very good video and more people should see it. So yeah, I mean, you can do, you know, sleight of hand type magic very easily using just your hands. So that's quite easy to do. So for example, you know, and you can take it like this and throw it away, that sort of thing. So yeah, you can do sleight of hand certainly without a magic wand, but if you wanted to do real magic, cast spells and things like that, most people don't necessarily need a wand, don't use a wand. What's the weight like? Oh yes, good question. So actually this is quite a heavy wand. I think some of you may have seen me reviewing real magic wands before, where I added special effects and all of that sort of stuff to the Harry Potter ones that I've already got. Oh, that was an interesting noise. I'm not happy about that. Sirius Black's wand was quite heavy. This one's, I think, on a par, if not a bit heavier, but it is quite swishy, and I quite like that. So, so yeah, I like this one. It is a bit flexible actually. I don't want to bend it too much because it's a replica wand, It's a collectible and it's not terribly cheap in comparison with the Wish.com ones, which I'm not very favourable with. I don't like them. They are not in favour with me. Wish.com are good if you want okay ones to give to kids and then they break them and then you buy another one for £3 and wait 6 months for it to be delivered. That's okay. If you want fast delivery, decent customer service, good quality, don't scrimp. You know, that's as simple as that. And if you can only afford one every couple of months, just do that. Otherwise you'll just open it and it'll be a horrible colour, horrible shape, or like my McGonagall wand, which you've probably seen in a previous video if you've been on this channel for a while, it'll be totally the wrong shape and that'll just be rubbish. Please can you do magic before us? I just did. I might do some more in a minute. Okay, so where are we? Explain what will happen tomorrow. Yeah, oh, good point. So tomorrow I'm going to be releasing a video that I've been working on for a while now about how to infuse your own magical brew. So I got in touch with the Cauldron Wizard Pub, and they're also going to, or they have given me a discount code in case you want to buy anything. They do things like the Wizard Survival Kit, and I'm also going to be making a Light Up Dragon Egg as well, which should be really good fun. The Light Up Dragon Egg itself gets actuated with a wand, so you tap it with a wand and it comes on, which is really cool. Do they ship worldwide? That's a really good question. Don't know. I would say yes, but not Iceland. I'm not sure who ships to Iceland. Most people don't. It's really expensive to ship to Iceland, frankly. So I don't know. I know that some of the products, in particular the cauldrons, are too heavy to ship internationally. I think they only ship to the UK. So yeah, sorry about that. The other thing that we're going to be doing on this channel as well, and I forgot to mention this, we are going to be making dry ice. So that should be fun. We're going to be doing that live. Now, a couple of, I think it was like the last time I did this, I got a little bit drunk, let's put it that way, and I don't think they're on actually at the moment, but I went over to my sister-in-law's house and it was very warm, so I decided to spray myself in the face with the fire extinguisher to cool down, which does work if you're far enough away, but don't do it at point blank range. Otherwise, dry ice starts forming on your beard and it hurts a lot. So yeah, cheers John Joe. John Joe's laughing at me, fair enough. Actually, everyone was laughing at me. They all thought it was a joke, and yeah, I know, it wasn't a joke. It was kind of a joke. It quickly turned into, oh my God, what did I just do? So, you know, whatever. Okay. Now, if anyone wants to support me, I've also set up paypal.me/realworldmagic, where you can give tips and all of that sort of stuff. I'm not going to push that too hard because I know that most of you don't really want to do that. So, £14 shipping to Iceland. Ouch. I think that's roughly the same price that I paid. I think the infusion pack was probably about £20 actually, but £14 to ship to Iceland. Ow. Okay, where are we? Yes. So if you wanted to have a look at some of my t-shirts and stuff like that, last week I wore the King of Farts t-shirt, which was on my website. Have a look at realworldmagic.net. And that's where I put all of my stuff. And I'm also going to be putting out some magic courses as well. So if you want to know how to do any of these tricks and that sort of thing, then that'll be cool. In the meantime, I'm going to be showing you a magic trick. What twigs should we use to make wands? Anything that's, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't even need to be straight. I used a dowel for this one. And again, I'm going to get to this in a second. But you could use pretty much anything. To be honest with you, a lot of wands are just almost like an obelisk. They call them an obelisk, and often they're made of quartz or agate or things like that. Can I use a mango? What, a mango or a mango twig? A mango root, something like that. Don't use mangrove because those roots in particular are really sharp and they can actually cut. £14, yeah. Will they gold plate it? Or gold plate the shipping? That'll be nice. Okay, so let's do some magic, shall we? Because I think that's why a lot of people are here. So I just want to show you first of all that these are all different cards. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can. Cool. So normally I would say tell me when to stop, but it's probably not going to. They'll kick it through your window free of charge. Do Hermes deliver to Iceland? I'll get sued by Hermes if I keep on saying stuff like this, so I better not. Okay, normally I'd say tell me when to stop because you'd be here live with me, but clearly that's not going to work with the lag, so let's do this instead. Okay, let's stop at a particular point. Can a cucumber be a wand? You know what? Anything could be a wand, to be completely honest with you. Absolutely anything. Okay, so the card that you've stopped at is this one. Hopefully you can see. I'm a bit laggy. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah, Queen of Clubs. Cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it back into the deck like this. And you can see that it is about halfway down. And we're just going to cut it like this. And then just square up. And hopefully it will hop to the top. Like, oh, hold on. No, it's not that one. It's, what was it? The Queen of... Oh, Queen of Clubs. That's called a sucker trick. Don't you just love it? Anything. Ooh. Lol, that chivalrous tube. Why? What did he say? Okay. Yeah, so the Queen of Clubs. Now what I'm going to do, I might have to stand up for this, so if I go slightly out of shot, sorry. So what we're going to do is take this card like this, and then make it just vanish into the deck, into the mat just here. And then it just, oh okay, hold on. It should have just, oh I know what happened. It got stuck halfway. Here it is. There we go. So yeah, I invented this trick about 12 years ago. It never sold, so I thought I'd give it away. So if anyone wants to, and don't worry, the patrons are going to get it for free, including shipping. Yeah, cool. But if anyone wants to join realworldmagic.net, all you have to do is enter your email address to get the latest special offers, and I will send you an email asking for your address so I can ship you this trick free of charge. Cool, eh? I think that's a pretty good deal. Costs me money and doesn't cost you anything, so ideal. Okay, so that's that one. Explain what will happen tomorrow. I think I've done that. Your website, yeah, I've done that. Okay. Oh, thank you. I like that, yeah. It did take me a long time to make this stuff. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do, I will talk about how to stir a drink by magic, even though I can't do it right now. So you'll probably have seen on a previous video this contraption right here. It's a bit messy. I was going to build it into a proper thing. It was inspired by a trip to... Oh, I'm getting really burpy. Sorry about that. It was inspired by a trip to the Cauldron in London. When was this? Like 2-3 years ago? I don't know. It feels like a long time. But then we've been in lockdown for 43 years or something. So yeah, this was inspired by a trip to the Cauldron in London. And what it is, I will show you. This is what this magic wand is for. Now the magic wand here I made out of 2 pieces of dowel. There was this handle piece and this piece here, and I just drilled in, put some wood glue in, stuck it in, left it to dry overnight, and then put some epoxy glue on the end and a magnet. And what this does is it actuates a reed switch, which hopefully, Yeah, you can. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Hopefully you can see it. That when you tap nearby, it starts the fan. Hold on, I'll see if I can get some decent light on it. There we go. Right. Let's stop that and then start it. So yeah. And what that does is, because on the inside there it's actually got a magnet, or it's got two magnets in opposite polarity, and then you put something called a magnetic flea on top, and it then orients to the magnetism poles of magnets underneath, and that's why it's just a hardboard which is fairly thin, so that the magnetic field goes through. There's a whole load of resistors in here, and it's all kind of technical, but basically what it does is it slows down the rotation of the computer fan, which normally spins about, I think it's about 15 hertz, 15, is it 1500 hertz? Something like that. Can you carve stuff on it or use clay to make different shapes? Yes. In fact, there's one over here. One second. Here's one I prepared earlier. I might just knock everything flying in a minute. It's not terribly exciting, but there's one I prepared earlier, and it's got a little piece of clay that I moulded, and it's extremely delicate, so I better be careful with it. But yeah, so yes, you can embellish it and stick stuff to it. It's literally just the magnet on the end that does things. Now, oops, I've just dropped box number 2. So yeah, it's the magnet on the end that does it. But basically, you can also put an RFID chip on there and then have a reader here. I didn't really want to go that technical, but you certainly can. And in fact, the Dragon Egg, I think, has an RFID chip because it's got a longer range than a magnet. So yeah. That's that. Can't blame Hermes for that one. No, that was my lard bottom. Yeah, so the whole idea of this is that you have a magnetic field spinning at a fairly slow rate, which then induces the magnet inside, or they call it a magnetic flea. It's basically like a bean, and it just spins. And you can take the glass off like this. There you go, there's a glass. Spoilers. And you can just take the glass off and drink it, as long as you don't swallow the bean. That's it, really. So, yeah. Right, who wants to open box number 2? I'm really excited about this, because I haven't seen this ever in person, ever. And I mean that in any shop or anything. I haven't seen it, because it's only very, very recently been revealed. Yes, says Chivalrous Tube. Me, says Paulina. Awesome. Okay, well, in that case, let's do it. Let's put away my magnetic stirrer. I'm just dwelling on this a little bit longer. I really did want to show you guys how to make things mix themselves today, but I just couldn't find the fleas. I know I've got them somewhere, and I think they're probably with my soldering iron. But yeah, they're all covered in PTFE plastic, so it's inert, so if you do accidentally swallow it, as long as you don't choke yourself to death, it's not going to hurt you. It'll just come out in magnetic poo. Right, let's do this. So, anyone have any idea what this might be? And there are 2 people on the chat that are not allowed to answer. Any ideas what that might be? No? Again? No one? No one at all? A bigger wand. Okay, that's a really good answer. Oh, a wand for Hagrid. Maybe, John Joe, maybe. Have you just won a prize? Let me see. Because Hagrid is half giant, so that would make sense. Oh, this is so exciting! And also really hard to open. That's why I bought scissors. It says fragile on it, and it looks like they did not ignore it, which is nice. I've got to be really careful now. Especially after slagging Hermes off. Can't blame Hermes for this one. Out of interest, has anyone else had a problem with Hermes? No? Right. Let me see. Okay, and here it is, a nice cardboard box. No, there's something in it. Let's see. It is well packaged, other than that, that's cool. Right. I do like it when something that's fragile isn't just sort of wrapped in a piece of cellophane and just thrown in a bag. Recently I ordered some strawberry plants online actually, and they just came in a plastic bag with all the roots and stuff, and they're all dry and horrible, so I did nurse them back to life, and thankfully they've come back to life quite nicely. Oh, what is this? What is it? I know what it is, I'm just teasing. A plastic bag! And yes, you're right, it is Hagrid's wand, but Hagrid doesn't actually have a wand as such. He has a pink umbrella wand, or a wand that is disguised as a pink umbrella. Presumably Dumbledore knew about this, and he allowed Hagrid to break the law, because he's a bit of a criminal, old Dumbledore, bless him. That looks bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, me too, actually. Shall I just leave that in there? Everyone knows what a pink umbrella looks like, and you'll see it in a minute anyway, so that's cool. Right, what have we got here? propsandreplicas.co.uk from movie, anime, video games and comic replica collectibles. And it's got my address on there, which I think I've just shown to the entire world. So yeah, it's just an invoice, not terribly exciting. But it does have a business card, which is quite useful. Right. Yeah, so this is it. This is the wand box, and what a guess. Yeah, I know. Well done, mate. Okay. Unfortunately, the wand box itself, I'm not terribly enamoured with that, because it doesn't look as nice as the Ollivanders one. So it's just held in place by a piece of cardboard, which is a bit of a shame. But let's have a quick look at the umbrella. And I know it's not good luck to open it indoors, but let's do it anyway. So again, Noble Collection, they always come with this booklet. We've seen it on the other one, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. In fact, no detail whatsoever. It comes with one of these lovely, delicious little packages, which I'll sprinkle on my chips. I won't, because don't eat that. That's silica gel. Just keeps everything nice and dry and stops it from going mouldy in the warehouse. So I'll put that just there for a minute. And I'll also get rid of this one, but I think it does say... No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually say Hagrid on there either, which is, I think, a bit of a shame. Poor dude doesn't get any credit. Oh well. So let's put that one away, and let's have a look inside the bag. Oh, isn't that lovely? So, I mean, this does kind of feel like a magic wand in a weird kind of way. I know it's an umbrella. It comes with a little button just here, and the question is, no, it's not. Okay, so it's just a loop, which goes, or the button goes through the loop, and it's just like a washer. So hopefully you can see that on there. Can you use it as an actual umbrella? Apparently you can. I would only ever use this as a sun umbrella though. I don't think I would use this, because this actually feels like almost like a tablecloth. It's cotton. Can you hear the kids next door screaming? Sorry about that. I'll put this away as well. It's kind of ruining my vibe. And that one. There we go. Let's tidy up a bit. So yeah, this is almost like t-shirt kind of material, or tablecloth kind of stuff. So in theory, you could use it as an umbrella, but no, I wouldn't. It's got quite a nice... I don't know whether this is metal. It's cold enough to be, so I think it probably is. And there's like a rivet just on the tip, just there. So I think this is actually metal there and there as well. I don't know whether that's resin or wood, but it certainly feels very smooth and very tactile. I quite like this. So let's have a look and see if it does actually open. I think it does. So this, ready? I know, a billion years of bad luck or whatever. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a lady. Oh, careful. So yeah, I kind of want a fireplace. Oh, I do have a fireplace just behind me. Let's see. Awesome. That is really cool. I like that. That's Hagrid's umbrella. You'll see him cast a spell in book 1 or film 1. And this is basically exactly an exact replica of the prop that they made for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, depending on where you are. So I really like that. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. It looks a little bit messy at the end there, but I guess if Hagrid's supposed to be using his wand as an umbrella, or disguising his wand as an umbrella, you would kind of think that he might do something like that. So I guess that does kind of make sense. But that is quite some prop. So I do really, really like that, actually. Cool. So where should I put this? That's the question. Shall I hang that upside down? I don't really know what to do with this. But yeah, so that's it. Mary Poppins, is that you? Yeah, right. Or Florence. Oh yeah, Emily from Little Britain or Florence, yeah. I don't know whether the American viewers will actually understand the reference. But yeah. Emily or Florence. I'm a lady. Actually, I've got enough hair on my chin that I could very easily be either of them. Emily or Florence, brilliant. So I'm just going to leave that there for a second, I think, and I'm just going to move my books over just so that you can see I've got the entire collection. I bought this from Aldi, actually, for 23 quid. And at the time, I was looking online, and I really wanted the entire collection, but it was like 60 quid. And I thought, that's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers price. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, so if anyone is not already a patron on Patreon, hop on over to patreon.com/realworldmagic, where you can support this channel, and you can also join as one of 3 different levels of members. Every member is going to get the trick that I've just shown about the beer mats. I'm not going to show it again, because otherwise I'm just going to have to tear them all in half. And it will also explain how to make these props yourself. So I think that's a really good deal. It's it starts at £3, $3 a month, I think. Might be $5 a month. Can't quite remember. So I'll have a look anyway. And there's different magic courses and stuff like that. So I think you'd really like it. And I try and give as much value as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's good. I think I've worked out what that noise was, and it's because there's too much stuff on this shelf. Oh no! Can I adjust it? No. I can't. Hopefully that's not going to break. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. So, I think I've already explained tomorrow anyway, but we're going to be making some infusions from the kit that I got from the Cauldron a couple of weeks ago now. But let me see. Have you seen the Harry Potter 20-year anniversary books? They would fit nice with the books behind you. I haven't, actually. But that makes me feel really old, so thanks very much for that. I mean, in fairness, it was a long, long time ago now. So, yeah, I think I started reading Harry Potter. Ooh. Yeah, it must be at least 20 years ago now. Yeah. I don't know, Laura, how long ago was that, do you reckon? I reckon it must have been at least 20 years. Because it was actually my wife that got me into Harry Potter in the first place. She was like, oh, everyone's talking about this and we need to go to this bookshop. And So we went to a little bookshop near where she lived. I went and waited outside the premiere of the first Harry Potter. Wow, that's cool. And you weren't allowed in. Yeah, well, I went to the premiere of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I got some free tickets, and Laura wasn't really that interested, so she didn't go. Boo. But yeah, Saw All the Stars Going In seems so long ago now. Yeah, it's probably because it was. I think it came out in 2002, maybe 2003. I don't know, can't remember. I do remember getting very excited when I saw it. Okay, so I'm going to put this wand away now. Hopefully everyone likes it. 2001, was it? Yeah, so hopefully everyone likes this. This one is definitely going to be shown off in pride of place in my man cave when I finally get my man cave sorted. That might take a little time, but we're going to see how the whole dungeon experience goes and see what. Gonna go now because I've got to start recording soon. Oh yeah, that's the problem with being a YouTuber, mate. You've got to keep up, and it's not always easy. I definitely get that. Some different things coming and a lot for my second channel. Have fun, guys. Good luck with your second channel, mate. Send me a link as well. I'd really like that. In fact, send everyone a link. As long as they don't disappear now, then that's cool. I don't mind. Oh, thanks, Ben. Thank you. Congratulations on passing me on subs, dude. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate that. And I was totally kidding about it before. If anyone hasn't already seen John Joe's Fast Facts, he does top 10 fast facts about just random stuff. I mean, it can be absolutely anything, but some of them, well, all of them are entertaining, but some of them are a real sort of, especially things about penguins and stuff like that. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already. Okay, I'm going to take a quick drink because I'm starting to get a bit parched. And then we can move on. Okay, so with regard to previous videos and stuff, don't worry, it's great. Okay, cool. Thanks, mate. Thank you, and good luck with the filming. So, yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show. Well, I'm going to plug a couple of videos on my channel that have been on my channel for quite some time now. And I know that there's been quite a lot of people who probably won't have seen any of this sort of stuff. So, in particular, there's how to make dry ice at home, brackets, easy. And it is really, really easy. So I'm going to show you how to do that as long as I can, hopefully, I can. I want to do this without deafening anyone. So the microphone is here. And I'm going to point it that direction, away from my iPad Pro, because I don't want that getting ruined. And we're going to, I'm just going to put it in here for now. Well, I'll explain as I go. Right. What will you suggest to learn magic? Well, I'm doing a magic course on my website, realworldmagic.net. I would definitely recommend that. Of course, I do get some money from that. Otherwise, there's lots of books online, there's YouTube videos. There's also a lot of misinformation though, so you do have to be a bit careful. If you want to learn sleight of hand magic, there's a couple of recommendations. Sorry, I know I'm kind of disappearing at the moment. There's a couple of decent recommendations. In fact, all of these would be good. So I'll bring them all over. So we've got this one. If you can get hold of this one, it'll teach you how to be an awesome criminal. This is how to be a professional pickpocket. So they say professional stage pickpocket. To be honest, you could use that to be a really, really dodgy geezer, and I would highly not recommend it. It's one very quick way of going to prison. However, it's very good. It does teach you all about how to be a pickpocket. This one, it's all about how to learn card magic. In a similar way, there's also Expert at the Card Table by S.W. Erdnase. That's actually an anagram for a famous magician. I can't remember which one, but I think it's Andrews. This one, Magic and Showmanship, that's more about sort of how to be an entertainer. So if you combine all of those together, you'll be a good magician, and not one of these irritating people who go up to strangers in bars like I used to and just go, "Want to see a trick?" Paul Wilson, Royal Road to Card Magic, which is basically a video version of this one, which is Royal Road to Card Magic. And then if you want to learn coin stuff, then you could go to this one, which is Modern Coin Magic by JB Bobo. If you want an easy way of doing it and a much, much cheaper way than any of these ones, just go to realworldmagic.net, where I'm going to release 3 different levels of magic course that will teach you how to do coin and card stuff. Message retracted. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, so this is a fire extinguisher. Now, make sure that if you're going to do this yourself, make sure it's a CO2 one. Make sure that it's food grade CO2 one, because apparently, and I don't know whether this is true, but I have been told by someone who used to be in the security and fire industry that sometimes you can compress CO2 a bit too much using certain machinery, and you can get oil into the mix. So you wouldn't want that in food. So this is a food grade fire extinguisher, CO2 based. I'm going to spray it this way. Actually, I don't want to spray my iPads or anything. So all you do, you just cover up the horn like this. Keep your hands well away because it can get very cold. That's the refrigeration effect of compressed gas going out. And then you just give it a blast. Enough. You should see my living room. That's cool. Right. And keep your hands away from there as much as possible, but then you squeeze it and squeeze out all of the air. You might need to use another part of the cloth to do that, because otherwise you might get frostbite, because this is really cold. It's about minus 73 degrees centigrade, I think. Might be Fahrenheit, actually. Okay, and then basically all that white stuff there, you don't need to worry about it staining anything, because that is carbon dioxide, that's dry ice. And that's the refrigeration effect, so that is how cold it can get. It's enough to freeze carbon dioxide. Whoa, stay. So yeah, that's, I mean, you can probably see it just there. If I touch it, it will vanish. So that is carbon dioxide in there, which is cool. Now, let's actually make this thing, shall we? So we've got some vodka. This one is raspberry vodka, because I'm thirsty. Yay! And as much as I like water, it's just not satisfying, is it? We've got some grenadine, which is basically a simple syrup, but it's like a red syrup. And we've got some orange juice, which may well not be cold after an hour of sitting there. And we've got some lemon juice. This one's in a pretty little container. I don't have pretty little containers for everything. This is starting to look a bit of a mess now. I'm going to get rid of this, 1 second. And I'm also going to get rid of you, I'm afraid. As much as I love you, you're going to go over here. Okay, right. So we're going to do that. And we've got... Whoop, Almost did it. Almost. Right. So, okay. That was one for the blooper reel. Oh, lovely smelling hands. Okay. I'm not even drunk yet. I know. Right. So we're just going to give a little bit of vodka. Let's do 2 shots because I need to compensate for just spilling vodka all over my close-up mat. And we're going to have some grenadine as well. In fact, we're going to pour that in just a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to put the lid on. No, I'm not. Right, so what we're going to do, put in the lemon juice. Ordinarily, I could do this as a colour-changing cocktail, but I haven't actually prepared anything like that. So there's a good glug of lemon juice. That will add to the tart. Now, what you need to do with any kind of cocktail, you need to be able to have balance of the sweet and the sour. I know that this is vodka. I know it's all over the carpet, Laura. Sorry about that, but it will come up, and it's a spirit, so it should evaporate, no problem. Okay. Oh, that's lush. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is add some orange juice. And it goes about halfway. I measured it, so that should be enough. And the next ingredient doesn't get added yet, because what we're going to do the next ingredient is ginger beer, which can go there. We'll chuck on this one. That was Felix Felicis. Yeah, kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Okay, and then give it a shake. It's a bit dodgy doing this over a close-up, Matt, to be honest. Okay. Now this is called the worm juice cocktail. This is starting to sublimate a little bit. That means turning from a solid straight into a gas without going through a liquid form. Now we can, because it's a worm juice, we want to add some worms to it. Ordinarily you'd have like strawberry laces, but this is going to be rainbow laces, which was the only thing that was available from the co-op. So thank you very much for getting that for me, my darling wife. And also strawberry fizzy laces. So I'm going to open both of these because I do have a teenager upstairs who is quite keen on eating them. So I'm sure they're not going to go to waste anyway. I could just pick out the red ones. No, let's just do a handful of loopy ones. Right, and they just go. Remove the plastic. They just go straight in the bottom, just like that. It's all about presentation here. All about presentation. I might add a couple of those as well. What the hell? I've lost weight, so you know, don't just sue me. Whatever. Right, they go away like this. Now, the good thing about this is that once these start to get wet, they kind of expand and grow a little bit. Zulika? Hello, Brazil. Hi, how you doing? I don't think we've ever had anyone from Brazil here. We're just making a cocktail. This is called the worm juice. You can catch up a bit later. It will all be uploaded. So if you've missed any of this, well, you have. You've missed some of this, but when it all goes live or when it all gets uploaded, then you can watch it again, which will be great. So we just pour all of that mix in there. And as you can see, oh, baby, check that out. Isn't that awesome? And then you just add a little bit of grenadine to it. It's spitting all over my close-up, Matt. Oh. And that, my darlings, is the worm juice cocktail. Now, one thing you do need to be aware of when you're doing this is to not add too much, well, not add too much of anything really, because otherwise you start to get really drunk. You can top it up with a bit of ginger beer. One thing you really definitely do need to be aware of though, and I'm not kidding on this, don't drink it when it's still bubbling. Because if you do, you're going to be stuck. I'm loving this is cool. So yeah, if you do do this while it's still bubbling, you might accidentally swallow some dry ice, and that's seriously bad for you. And I'm not kidding, I'm not messing about here. If you were to have that, you could have frostbite on internal organs. It could then start to necrotize and you can start to feel very ill indeed. You can get sepsis. It's really not good. So in all seriousness, it's a lovely bit of theatre. It looks really cool, and I will drink this later, but only once it's stopped bubbling and farting and doing all that sort of stuff. But I think it looks really good. I think it looks cool. What does everyone think? Yeah. I wanted one, but now you scared me away. No, seriously, it's fine. But the carbonation of the dry ice coming through the liquid makes everything that wasn't fizzy kind of fizzy anyway, or certainly tangy. And the whole idea is that this then tastes like a fizzy sweet. So it should be really nice. Nice spillage. I like that. So this is the worm juice. This is the one thing that that I invented that I'm really very proud of. If you put the worms on top of the dry ice, it should keep it away. So in theory, you should be able to drink it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. I'm going to do it though. Oh, that tastes lovely. That tastes really good. Oh, I've not had a cocktail like that for blooming ages. So, yeah. It certainly did last time. I'm not sure. Oh, it certainly tasted good last time, yeah. I like the little smoke rings. I don't know whether you can see this on the camera, but it's actually farting out smoke rings, which is really neat. It's kind of coming up as a bubble, bursting, and then letting out a little smoke ring. Can you see these things popping up? It's still bubbling. Yeah, I know. I'm not following my own advice. I definitely should. You can see the smoke rings. Yeah, I think it's really neat. I'll see if I can get it a little bit closer. But yeah, I think it's probably safe to drink now. But again, just be really careful. The one thing about this, because obviously it's dry ice, so it is going to be really cold. The bottom is very, very cold. Andy Kerslake, hello mate. Andy Kerslake, for those of you who don't know, bought me this awesome t-shirt, which I explained at the beginning of the video, but Andy's late. So hello Andy. You're going to have to watch the beginning of the video to get a shout out properly, but that's it. So no ice cubes needed. No, not really, because it cools down the rest of the drink anyway. I mean, you could stir this with magic, which is what I kind of wanted to do, but I can't now. I can stir it with a pourer, I guess. This is what I'm talking about. So I don't know whether you can see that, but there's a tiny little bit of dry ice just at the top there, which if you swallowed it, I mean, that piece probably wouldn't do any harm. But if you have anything larger than that, it could cause a lot of problem, because it could cause frostbite, and that's not good. Frostbite hurts. I was starting to get frostbite on my lips when I sprayed myself in the face with a fire extinguisher, which was a bit silly. Thank you, Paulina. I'm glad you're impressed. I'm glad you like it. Okay, quick magic trick. I think I've already showed you a magic trick, but let's see if I can do another one. How jealous are you of me right now? I've got two awesome... I'm not elaborating on that story. No, I've already done that. Yeah, I've got two awesome magic wands that I've just unboxed, and I've got a webcam just arrived, which is cool. And I've just made myself a fantastic bubbling cocktail. So I'm pretty chuffed. I'm pretty happy. However, I did spill vodka all over my close-up mat, so that wasn't great. And all over the floor. I think I must have lost about a quarter of vodka. But, oh well. No, it's good. We're good. The floor's going to taste lovely when I fall on it in a drunken stupor. Okay, who wants to see some magic? Me. Go on, show me a trick. No. At least the carpet will smell nice, yeah. It was super funny. Oh, gee, thanks. I almost did it again. God, at least that one has the lid on this time. It's 3 p.m, is it? Okay, so, and you're in Brazil, so 4 hours. Okay, so a little bit further east than New York, which is 5 hours behind. Is that right? 7 o'clock now. Yeah, cool. Pick a card, any card. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, why don't you you tell me how to do a trick. Let's pick a card. All right, let's pick this one. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what we could do. No, I don't know whether I should. Yeah. Us Brits love talking about the weather. That's very true. Why are you talking about the weather? That's so random. Oh, pardon me. Right. Oh, there was one thing that I really, really wanted to do, and I can't remember whether I brought it with me. I have a box of stuff. Where did I put it? Yeah, because I want to do a magic giveaway. Anyone want some free magic? Who wants some free magic? Yeah, let's do that. Did I put that down here? Where did I put that magic? Because I found a box. You do. Okay, Andy, you've got one. Yeah. So I went up into the loft to look for these fleas to stir the drink by magic. And what I found was a box of stuff that I originally bought for an enterprise that I created called the Bristol Magic Shop, which never really got off the ground. I bought bristolmagicshop.com and .co.uk, and then life happened and I got married and I didn't really do anything with it. Laura wants some. Well, I think you've kind of got me, so congratulations. So yeah, I bought a whole load of stuff for bristolmagicshop.com, and nothing really happened with it. I didn't do anything with it. So I'm quite prepared now to give it away if anyone wants it. What I'd like you to do, if you're going to do that, is to go to realworldmagic.net, enter your email address, join my subscription, and then I will contact you and say, hey, what's your address? And as long as you give me your address, then I'll send over some free magic. It's not very big, but I'll also send over a link on how to do it as well. And actually, this is the first ever trick that I learnt that got me into magic in the first place. And trust me, you can make quite a bit of money in the pub doing this for money. So you just say, here's a handkerchief, I'm going to make it disappear and make it reappear. There was actually at the time a video going around of a woman doing a striptease with this trick, making the handkerchief appear and disappear. And I'm not going to illustrate too much, but yeah, thought you were going to do a separate video for the giveaway. Yes, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually demonstrate the tricks on that video. So I thought I'd sort of give you a bit of a heads up. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, go to my website at realworldmagic.net, enter your email address, and then I'm going to give it away. So that's the video. I am actually also going to hopefully give something away at my 2,000 subscriber milestone. And I'm coming up to that. I think I'm about 300 away from it at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I can refresh on anything yet. So, okay, let's do a quick magic trick. And let me see, who have we got here? Zuleika. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Is that how you pronounce your name? Let's see. Let's see how laggy we are and whether or not you can actually respond in time. Zuleika? Zulika? I'm not sure. What we're going to do, if she responds, I'm going to ask her to pick a card, any card. Three, two, one. No response. Okay. In that case, I'm going to ask Paulina. Paulina, can you pick a card in a moment? Just not yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to separate the deck into a couple of piles, and probably a little bit smaller than that actually. Now I don't know if anyone's seen this trick before or not, but if they have, don't say anything because this is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to name these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to pick up one of these piles in a moment, but not yet. But I want you to tell me, is it pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? Pick a number 1 to 6. Five. Okay, so this one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're picking 5. All right. So this is what we do. One card at a time. We take them like this. Okay. And what I want you to do as we're doing that, and I'll do it probably a little bit slower than that, just so that you can see what they are. Okay. Now we can either do it with this one or with a different deck, but what I want you to do as I'm doing that is think of which card it is and how many cards down it is. So for example, if you wanted to think of the third or fourth card down, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you think of the third card. And the third card in this instance is the 6 of diamonds. And you'd say to yourself, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds. And I'll just keep on dealing, and you don't have to say anything or do anything other than think to yourself, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds, 3 cards down, 6 of diamonds. And I want you to get in your head what that card is and how many cards down it is. Does that make sense? It's a bit of a complicated one to do online, if I'm honest, but I like the trick. Okay, cool. So we can either still stick with deck 5 or go with any of the others. So which deck would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? Desk. I've no idea what that means. Okay, 5. Stick with 5. All right, cool. So, 1 card at a time. Are we ready? So, if you want the first one, okay. Second one, hopefully you can see that. Or the third one. Or the fourth one. Or the fifth one, or the 6th one, or the 7th one, or the 8th one, or the 9th one. Okay, so whichever card it is, remember how many cards down it was and what that card was. Now pick another number and say whether you want this one on top or underneath it. So you can choose 1, 2, 3, 4 or 6. Underneath deck, which one? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 6. Okay, underneath deck 6. Okay. So you remember what card yours was and how many cards down it was. Now pick another 1, 2, 3 or 4 and say whether to put this deck underneath or on top. This is like watching Dora. 3 on top of number 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, or 4 on top or underneath. You can see where this is going. So we can do this until there's only one deck. So it's 1, 2, or 4. 4 on top, okay, and again 1 or 2 on top or underneath. You've seen this trick somewhere before. This was actually done by a guy called David Stone, and I'm not going to explain how it's done, sorry. But stick with me, because the ending is good. This bit not so much. Take deck 1, put it just there. Okay. And finally, on top or underneath deck 2. All the suspense, it's very exciting, isn't it? On top or underneath deck 2, what do you think? On top, okay, on top of deck 2. Right, so now we have your deck of cards in between 5 other decks of cards, and I can't actually remember whether you put them on top or underneath, and I don't know whether you can or not. So I'm going to cut them like this and just complete the cut. Now you can do that as many times as you want, really. So I just want you to tell me when to stop anytime you like, and as soon as it pops up, I could do it one-handed. And then I can scratch my head with the other hand. I'm just showing off now, aren't I? Oh, okay. I can complete that cut or not. It's up to you. I think you might be lagging a little bit. Oh well. Do you want me to complete this? Yes, okay, cool. Right, so now I could have or I could not have done that at any point. So it's thoroughly mixed up. You remember what your card is, hopefully, and the number of cards down it is. And I'm going to have that number of seconds to find your card. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a head start. Like that. Okay. So, tell me how many cards down it is. That's how many seconds I'm going to get. And as soon as I see your number, I'm going to start counting. Ready? Go. How many cards down was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have a look at this card. Now, I'm guessing it's not going to be any of these 5. Am I right? It's not any of those 5. Correct. Excellent. In that case, it must be this one. Be honest. Because in fact, I know it's not that one either. And I also know it's not any of these ones either. And the reason I know that is because it's not in the deck. And the reason for that is because I'm sat on it. If you don't believe me, I'm going to slowly get up and I'm going to slowly take this cushion away and I'm going to take this cushion here ever so slowly and show that there's one card and that card, if you could tell everybody what your card was, I'm not going to cheat, I'm just literally going to hold the card just like this and then reveal it. Dun, dun, dun. 5 of clubs. Correct. Was it? Really? Shouldn't have been. I thought it was the Queen of clubs. That's odd. Okay. Well, let's just have a quick look because the 5 of... So it wasn't the Queen. Okay. Well, in that case, let's try this instead. What was it? The 5 of clubs. There we go. The 5 of clubs. Oh well. Hey, you know what though? It's fine. Because if I thought it was the Queen of clubs, then clearly I was wrong. So I'm sorry about that. I'll have to swap it out like that. I tricked you, yay! I know, I'm good like that. It's called an out. Magicians do that sometimes when they get something wrong. So don't panic. Let's have a quick look. 9 of spades, no. We did it with the 5 of clubs. All right, so what we'll do, let's do one. Oh, thank you very much. So we'll take the 5 of clubs like this and we'll lose it into the middle of the deck like that. Okay. Now hopefully you can see through my fingers. Can you see through my fingers? Hopefully you can. Hopefully there's enough light. And just like that. Ta-da! So yeah, that one is actually on the Twixtor, which is on my website, realworldmagic.net. So that's pretty much it today. So we've done the unboxing. We've done the unboxing of two things, actually. So we've got Newt Scamander's wand. If you want to see the unboxing and you haven't actually been here for all of this time, then please do check out Newt Scamander's wand, which was the first one that I unboxed. I really like this wand, and it's going to take pride of place in my collection. And then we did the unboxing of Hagrid's wand, Hagrid's umbrella wand. And then I spilt some vodka all over my floor, which was hilarious, I'm sure. So yeah, that's going to turn Dudley into a pig, so that'll be fun. Pardon me. And then we've made the worm juice bubbly cocktail, which I'm still enjoying now, which is great. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. Next week I am going to be making another 2 cocktails, and hopefully I'm not going to spill it all over my floor, which would be great. And I'm also going to be playing with my new webcam. So you never know, I might be broadcasting next week's show from the dungeon. And then you messed up a trick. All right, Andy. Yeah, thank you. I did. I know. Yeah. That's not how it's supposed to go, by the way. I know that I kind of redeemed myself at the end, but that's not how it's supposed to go at all. But hey, you know what? What are you supposed to do? That's why we have outs, isn't it? That's it. Awesome show. Oh, thanks, Scott. Thank you, mate. So next week's show is going to be very much a cocktail class, and talking all about the theory of making them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the trick that I just showed wasn't how it was supposed to go. It was a great show nonetheless. Dab, boo. Thank you. Just one other thing with the worm juice. Part of the appeal for me is that these things look like worms at the end. So I'll see if I can show you. I don't really want to drink it all just to show you, but hopefully you can see there that the colour's starting to leach out and these jellies are slightly starting to expand. Don't leave it at a bus stop. Love the brolly. Okay, yeah, don't leave it at a bus stop. I'm not going to use that as a real umbrella. They say that it can be, but I think you could probably spray it with some sort of coating that will probably make it hydrophobic, but unless it already has been, I wouldn't use it as an umbrella. I'm sure some people might. It's also quite small as an umbrella as well. So yeah, it's probably not a really a full size one, especially for someone my size. So it's good as Hagrid's wand, but no, I wouldn't want to do that. A parasol, yeah, very much so. I don't think actually I've opened this since you've been on it, Andy, but it does actually open. So yeah, it's very much a I'm a lady kind of umbrella. It's good though. I do like it. It's very cool. Yeah. So with regard to worm juice, it's very much it gets better with time because it makes all the shoelaces kind of expand and go a bit pale, and the texture at the end is kind of gross. I don't know whether some people might like that sort of slimy texture. I don't really, but it definitely does taste really good. And it looks cool as well if you do it like I did it, but please, if you are going to do it, don't give yourself frostbite, don't give it to kids. I mean, obviously you wouldn't add the vodka for kids anyway, but you could leave the vodka out and do it for kids, and as long as they don't drink it or anything, then initially while it's still bubbling, then it's probably okay. For a giant one, that's pretty small but bigger than the other one, so that's good. Yeah, exactly, and Hagrid was only half giant, so I thought it was a really cool wand. Excellent. Well, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you ever so much for tuning in yet again. I really do appreciate it, and it helps bump up my watch time and all of that sort of stuff. I love engaging with you guys. It's really cool talking to you and saying hello and all of that sort of stuff. Thank you to Paulina for being such a good sport and getting the card wrong. No, that's entirely my fault. So I'm sorry about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm now going to log off. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. If you haven't already liked, please do that, because it really helps YouTube to know that this is a good video. It will then show it to more people, will help the channel expand and all of that good stuff. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers now, so we're doing way better than I ever thought we would. I thought maybe by the 1 year mark, which I think is on the 13th of June, I might have 1,000 subscribers, and we're pushing 2,000 now, so that's really cool. And it's also speeding up, so that's really awesome. Last half hour was really good. I'll watch the rest later. Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's really cool. It'll be, I think the first half hour was really cool as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll do more of this sort of stuff. But when I get the webcam set up, I'm going to be broadcasting from the dungeon. It'll look more magical. It will be really awesome. Thank you to everyone who has contributed and asked questions and all of that sort of stuff. I really couldn't have done it without you. So that's pretty much it for me. Thanks very much. Have a good weekend, and check out my video tomorrow, which will then set up next week's Real World Magic Live, which is going to be same time, same place, same channel, all of that sort of stuff. Hopefully a different t-shirt, although I do love this one. Thanks very much. I'm going to now end it in the most unprofessional way of walking up to my camera and pressing the off button. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Goodbye. Where's the button? There it is.